What the fuck is up, bro? Today we're gonna be doing something a little different. I got the mug out for this one. Forgive me ahead of time. The homie Shawnee Salami just dropped a Highland Sword video, and we are gonna go over and give our 2 cents on that. If anybody wants to hear it. So, I did see the shout out. I got linked to that, and then, but I haven't seen the video. I haven't watched the whole video, so we're going to be genuinely reacting to this together. Let's get into it.
What's going on, guys? It's Seany Salami, and today we're using the Highland Sword, which is a weapon that it's been requested for a very long time now. One thing Torn Banner has almost always done right is have great weapon balance, and the one exception during Chivalry 2 was the Highland Sword, and this thing was ridiculous during the Aberfell update, and I believe like 2 updates after that until they nerfed it. It was crazy. People were setting records, and just it was the worst. I was so glad when they finally made this thing decent but not overpowered. And today we will be attacking Askandir.
So I can't really speak to that. The pre-nerf Highland Sword. I'm a relatively newer Chivalry player. I've only been playing since August of 23, and I've only been using the Highland Sword since like middle of last year, so like a year, give or take. But it's a pretty strong weapon now. It's super viable, and yeah, I believe him on this one.
And breaking down the Highland Sword as we go, alongside our usual tips, narrated gameplay, the whole 9 yards, and stay tuned for the end when I place the Highland Sword in a tier among the weapons. So right here is Dirtiest Ninja. He's the person that got me to use this thing. He is the ugliest character I've ever seen in my...
Agreed. He is an ugly ass motherfucker. But I did see Sir Hakuda. I saw him somewhere.
My life. His character is disgraceful looking. He's one of the longest time friends I've had in this game. If you guys have watched me a while, you've seen people...
Hey, that's our boy right there. What's up, dude?
People like West and the Kool-Aid Man. Those guys have been around a while, and Ninja's been around just as long. He's an awesome guy. If you'd like to get some games in with him or me, the Discord is in the pinned comment, of course, the Unyielding Discord. We hit 1,000 members, and we plan on doing some events after that, so always good to get games in with you guys, and I play with pretty much everyone, so definitely check that out in the pinned comment if you'd like.
So that may have been subtle, and it may have been an accident. You know, he may have just not even meant to do it, but it's something that I intentionally do just as a safety purpose. When I secure a kill and I know that the escape in front of me is safe, I'm just preemptively going to throw a strike behind me. Do not care. Maybe he turned and saw his teammates and just knee jerk, he threw that slash. But that's something that I would suggest doing just anyways. You get a kill, shit's crazy, there's people, you hear footsteps everywhere. Kill that person in front of you and preemptively throw a strike right behind you. It just costs you a little bit of stamina, and it could save your life.
What we can see right away with the Highland Sword is this thing is slow. It made it feel overall just very, very clunky, because typically when you have such a slow weapon, it comes with great drags. So you'll see me do them a lot regardless, is the heavy overhead drags in particular. But the thing is, guys, that you will get gambled a lot. People just recognize how slow the weapon is and they'll gamble right through it. So overall, after spending some time with the Highland Sword, guys, I would say do not go for drags when you're fighting a one-hander or...
I'm gonna have to go ahead and hard disagree with this point. Timing negates speed, and throw in a little bit of spacing in there, you're chilling, bro. A drag works the exact same way against a super fast weapon, especially if it doesn't have reach, like something like a mace or a dagger. It's long like a war club. Yeah, they're gonna gamble right through your shit, but generally, just, you know, control spacing, control timing, set them up and play the mind game and make them expose themselves and capitalize off of it with a drag.
Or just a fast weapon like the longsword, for example. And the tips and things being on the screen, some extra editing, that was all universally liked in the last video I did. So we're going to be continuing to do that with some sound cues when they come up. It just helps people pay attention, I guess. I don't really know. I hate over-edited videos, so if you ever come to this channel for like relaxing commentary and stuff, don't worry, we're not going to throw memes on the screen and just have clips interrupt everything. I also worked on
Not Shiv related, content creator related, but I agree with Shawnee here. I like minimalistic editing, and that's something me as somebody that's trying to learn how to create content is trying to find like a happy middle ground of like what people like to watch and what I personally like to watch. And for me, I don't like over edited stuff. I don't like stuff with crazy zooms and like the, you know, like filters and like shit changing. And yeah, I like to see a raw experience, like maybe slow some shit down here and there, but for the most part, just keep it regular. You know, I don't want to obscure any of the finer details with, you know, the art part of it. But, you know, that's subjective.
done some color grading stuff. I'm getting really into the editing, so hopefully the actual gameplay on the screen looks more vibrant than it typically does. This is all stuff that's new to me, so I apologize if I'm going on a little bit of a rant and ramble here. And I'm also
Typical Shawnee.
working on something pretty ambitious, guys. I don't want to spoil too much, but I think it's the best video I've ever done. Basically, I turned my best game of all time into a movie. I'm so excited for you guys to see it.
Great video. Go watch it. I'm going to link this video, obviously, in the description, and I'm going to link that video in the description. Good ass video. Excuse me. Not Highland Sword related, just gameplay related. I always take the extra 3 seconds to grab an extra bandy. If I hit a bandage, I'm grabbing another bandage. Might waste a couple seconds, but you know, me being potentially alive for longer with that extra bandage outweighs the cost of taking a couple seconds to get that bandage, in my opinion. See, there he didn't even secure the kill on that guy, and he got hit, so his bandage is negated. He's gonna have to get another one, unless his teammate heals him. So one big thing that I'm noticing right off a rip, Shawnee has amazing stamina management. If you watch any of my videos, my stamina bar is always completely empty. Why? Because I jump, I hold crouch, and I spam heavy overheads. I spam heavy everything. But with the Highland Sword, when you have a window to hit somebody, or even if you don't got a window to hit somebody, you know, if you're just gonna throw that hit out there and it's probably gonna miss, still, like, I mean, just throw that fucking heavy overhead. You know, right there, he would have killed that guy if he would have thrown a heavy overhead. Spam those motherfuckers. Boom, heavy overhead. That guy would have probably got disarmed. Or just not timed it and got fucked up. Good job.
This isn't necessarily a Highland Sword tip, but it is a Vanguard tip. If you notice, I'm playing a lot more cautiously than I typically do as a Night Main. I want to back up and heal as well, but when you're on a bridge objective, this is a good example. You want to be fighting on the outside and not in the very front in the middle. Push forward from the left and right.
Okay, dude, I was about to be triggered. Grab the other fucking bandage, Shawnee.
Support our friends around here, and he's a good friend.
God damn it.
Night Main. I want to back up and heal as well, but when you're on a bridge objective, this is a good example. You want to be fighting on the outside and not in the very front.
S tier advice. Absolutely. Sometimes you're going to have to frontline, even on Vanguard, you know? It's just inevitable. You know, you get to the bridge on Trey and Citadel, you get to the bridge on Lionspire, you know, like flanking, it's not viable mostly. But as a general rule of thumb, absolutely. You've got less of a health pool and more speed than a knight. It just makes sense. You're going to want to cut through the sides, hit perpendicular angles versus the front line, and try to carve your way into the fight and then carve your way right back out of it to your team. Rinse and repeat, and you got a nasty ass KD at the end of the game.
Front in the middle, push forward from the left and right.
Facts. I'm over here reacting to this man and fucking...
Because the Highland Sword is a weapon I'm not very familiar with, I'm playing way more passive than I usually do. And it's at this point right here, I'm thinking about going deathless because I still haven't died yet. But you'll never guess what happens next.
Pour one out for the homie. Excellent fire grenade. See, that's just game sense. Bro played that shit perfect. He just fucking cleared that whole fucking little unit. Heavy overhead.
It's been a long time since this guy showed up. The Invisible Man is fighting right here alongside the guy with the falchion and the archer. You can't really see him. Like I said, he's invisible, but I'm landing all these hits on him. I finally bring him down, but the others are able to kill me.
I don't know if he's trolling or I believe Seany, but I didn't see the Invisible Man.
Check this out. I mean, it looks like there's footsteps things here, but I don't know if this is hacking or what. I don't know how to feel about this because he's not really bothering anyone. So I guess it's all in good fun.
It's not all in good fun, Seany. It's not all in good fun. For now, he's not bothering anybody. Next thing you know, he's got a fucking warbow up there. It's not all for fun. Side note, everybody shits on Askandir. I love Askandir. I don't necessarily like the library phase, but this part, the pillars on defense, if you're trying to farm some motherfuckers, this is the spot. Hate to see it. So I hate to keep sweating this, but right there with that counter slash, he should have fucking heavy drag overhead and he would have hit both of those dudes. I guarantee you. You really want to abuse the fuck out of that heavy overhead. And it's for a reason, you know? That sword was designed for spamming overheads with. Right there. Homie came jumping up. He probably would have initiated his swing right about here when Seany would have been almost into the release phase. I think a double overhead would have fucked these dudes up, to be honest. Not a double overhead, but a dragged heavy overhead. Pardon me. That was nice.
A lot of times,
So like he just said a minute ago, as far as flanking goes, with this objective in particular, and probably some other ones that I just can't think of, he does need to be flanking more. You know, running right up the center, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, fucking get your kills and lay down that pressure, back them up off the objective. But in my opinion, you gotta stay true to the flank game. And I run right. My main path that I like to take is either run right, go up the stairs over here to where this ammo crate is, and then jump down and attack from here. And then usually you catch all these people from the side. And it works from the left too. On the left, you go past the pillar and you can walk under the building right there. Same deal.
when I give tips on positioning, particularly when I'm playing Vanguard, it's kind of like when your parents tell you when you're a kid, do as I say, not as I do. Because I know this is a bad idea and I shouldn't do it. Just don't do that. Do not run into a crowd. Even if I was a knight, it just doesn't matter. There's no reason to run into a bunch of people like that. It's an easy death.
I try to give him an out.
You're padding their stats. I just don't understand what I'm thinking in moments like that. It's like a compulsion almost. Something I have a big time problem with is staying consistent from the beginning of a game to the end of a game. And I already can tell looking back, because this video is from a while ago when I recorded it, that I am very angry. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't like the Highland Sword. I'll be objective as possible when I place it in a tier at the end, but the speed is just such a problem. And it's because I'm used to faster weapons, potentially, like the longsword. The Messer is a pretty good speed. It's just, I don't think it's for me.
I think that's all it comes down to. You know, I'm not throwing shade here, but I really, as far as the Highland Sword goes, I mean, skill issue, right? You know, I've put in over 1,000 hours with it, so I feel like I just more adequately understand the nuances of controlling the slowness of the Highland Sword and using that to fuck with your enemies and get them to put themselves in bad positions. You know, it's just like professional boxing, you know, like someone may not have the fastest strikes, but they may knock your bitch ass the fuck out if they land it. Everything is contingent on landing that heavy overhead. My entire play style is contingent on landing the heavy overhead. And I drag it as fucking slow as I possibly can. And then you condition people into expecting it to be that slow. Start throwing some excels. Also, which I mean, I'd have to go like back and, you know, reassess every single fight that he's taken, but I haven't seen a single jab yet.
Instruments are almost completely destroyed.
Beautiful. That right there is the showcase of how you need to play the Highland Sword. Fucking beautiful. Strafe back, throw in a little feint and a drag, and fucking beautiful. Heavy overhead would have secured that kill. My boy just got fucking scammed, bro. The fuck is this? Must have went above him or something. Nice. Beautiful footwork. I feel like he got scammed again. That should have definitely hit that slash. Yeah.
Now the Tenosians may focus on more pressing terrestrial matters.
Brother. I'm happy you died right there. Piece of shit. Why you got throwing malice, bro? Would you throw your
So as we head into the library, today's comment is Sharpshooter is the best Highland Sword player and even better
Facts.
YouTuber. And if you guys want to check out his YouTube, it's in the description. He's a great Highland Sword player and starting to get into the content game. Definitely check him out. We always support our friends around here and he's a good friend.
Love you, Seany. Fucking love you, brother. Brother. I don't know, dude. That slash should have landed. He was 1,000% in range. Seany's getting fucked here. I'm not gonna lie. That's like the third time that I saw him get fucked by the hit reg. Heavy overhead. Come on, bro. I was finna say, bro, if he caught that one single dude on fire.
As we continue to struggle using the Highland Sword, I would ask that if you're enjoying the video to like it, and if you would like to see future Chivalry 2 content, subscribe would mean a lot.
Drop that motherfucker us up. He deserves it.
I also have a chat.
Not only is he a good content creator, he's actually really good at the game, man. Fucking... I talk a lot of shit in this video, but this just him highlighting, showcasing a weapon that he never uses, and Seany's a fucking excellent player. There's a lot you can learn from him, and you know, if you're ever looking to try to learn something in a space outside of YouTube or watching videos, if you want a more immersive, you know, hands-on experience, head over to Seany's Discord, The Unyielding. It's got like 1,000 members. Everybody's fucking cool as fuck. We all chill in there, we all laugh, and we all play together. And yeah, it's just a vibe. I'm gonna link it.
Channel membership if you've been watching for a while. That'll be in the description if you'd like to support me in that way.
Heavy overhead.
So in terms of actual gameplay and stat lines, this is probably the worst video I've ever had on the channel. But you guys have really wanted to see the Highland Sword for a long time, so I'm happy to do it. But if you'd like to see a great game where I had 90 kills with the longsword, check out the Chivalry 2 movie in the pinned comment. But overall, I'm going to have to place the Highland Sword B tier just because it's outclassed by this Escape from Fallmire game.
I know this motherfucker did not just say D tier. Then I clicked on a different video. God damn it.
Support our friends around here, and he's a good friend. I'm happy to do it. But if you'd like to see a great game where I had 90 kills with the longsword, check out the Chivalry 2 movie in the pinned comment. But overall, I'm going to have to place the Highland Sword B tier just because it's outclassed by the Greatsword, which is an S tier weapon. If it wasn't for the Greatsword, I would put the Highland Sword higher, maybe like A tier. But as it stands now, B tier. Love you guys. See you in the next one.
He said B tier. E tier. I thought this dude said D tier. You are tripping, brother. B tier? I'll take it. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Definitely not A tier, definitely not S tier. You know, it's my favorite weapon. It's the weapon that I have the most fun using, but it is far from the best weapon. It fucking packs a punch, but it is slow as shit, and unless you really understand how to use it and how to manipulate your opponents into making mistakes to capitalize off of, yeah, the Highland Sword kind of fucking sucks. But I guarantee you, as good of a player as he is, if he used it for like, I don't know, say like 100 account levels, he'd be a fucking god with it. Well, a good video though, man. This is my first reaction video. If you fuck with it, if you made it this far, thank you. Seany's the homie, and love you guys. Later.